Let's get drunk!
Okay. I wait 17 minutes of content, and that's what I'm going to use. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 154 of Ignore the Backlog podcast. My name is The Real Portz, and Evil Space Bunny's here.
I'm here.
How you doing?
I'm doing.
What's going on with you? Any particulars worth discussing going on with you, or just a general bunniness?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm feeling really good. I'm at 92 games beat right now. My Steam account turned 18 today.
Christ, bro.
I am crushing it.
Ugh.
Crushing it. You know what?
Holy fuck.
When you're no lifer like me, I mean, it's actually not that bad.
That's true. You found, some time for, I think, Binding of Isaac earlier this year, and Devil Daggers all along the way. A Portz inflicted Farthest Frontier stint.
Holy fuck! I finally I cut that a little loose. I cut that a little loose so I can actually focus. That's how I got a meme done last week. I was like, it was Wednesday night. I'm like, Farthest Frontier, Farthest Front. I was like, I should make a meme. And so I put it down, and then I made a meme. So
by the way, if you guys appreciate the memes that Bunny does, let her know, because I bet it's pretty good motivation to do it again.
Yeah, I would like some
God
love.
knows I'm not going to do it.
I would like some validation, please.
Absolutely.
Very
funny. I like hearing my own voice, so I like them naturally.
That's true.
But
he does
let us know what
to
you
hear
guys
his voice.
think.
And then you can also share it with your friends. Share your friends the silly fucking memes, and maybe they'll slowly get in on all the inside jokes inside the memes.
Absolutely. Yeah, I can't wait for me in a maid outfit to be used forever now.
That was from an old one where you wanted to suck a dude off for his Bioshock, and that was
I was
the
in a
dude.
maid outfit then, too?
Yeah, I put you in a maid outfit. You said you would slut it up for some Bioshock, and I thought I'm like, slutty outfit. I'm like,
that's funny. I never even registered that's what that was.
Yeah, you should go back and watch that meme. And then
I've watched it 7 times, I guarantee you.
Yeah, it's just there for
Wasn't
a split
kidding about
second.
my own voice.
And then that's the hot guy, and he has a
I
he
do
has
remember
a copy
that.
of Bioshock.
That's the guy I blew for Bioshock.
Yeah, that's the guy you blew for Bioshock. Yep.
Yeah, canonically that happened.
So besides blowing guys for Bioshock, what else did you play this week?
Well, I didn't have to blow anyone disappointingly, but I did play. Well, actually, it's surprising I didn't have to, because there's a Blizzard product on my list.
Oh my God! What the fuck? You gave Bobby Kotick some time? How dare you?
I did give him some time, but technically I'm just a drain on his resources at this point, because I haven't spent any money, nor shall I.
Okay.
Because the monetization in Overwatch, well, they're calling it 2, but let's be real.
Yeah, let's be real.
It's like Overwatch 0.5, because they technically went backwards on many things. It's terrible. Have you looked at the fucking the battle pass? Do you know what's in it?
No, I have actually not looked at the battle pass.
So it's pretty garbage. It's slow to move through, and even the premium, which is $10, it's typical battle pass situation.
Yeah.
I scrolled through the first 5 pages, and there's not a thing that I give a fuck about.
Ooh.
Now, granted, I don't really play the game, but if there was a cool skin for a character that I like several of them, but not one, which means I'd spend months grinding content cosmetic content I don't give a shit about. And if you're free, almost none of the real skin parts, on the first page, they give you a free, I think it's a rare skin, or whatever the fuck their tiers are. It's not the best, but a notch down or 2 from there.
Not legendary, but the purple or whatever.
Sure, I want to say it was purple. Yeah, that I think that tracks. But regardless, that's in the first 5 pages. Now, someone could correct me if I'm wrong, because I was scrolling through this while I was a little drunk. But I couldn't find another fucking skin on the freemium side of things.
Ooh, okay.
So If you don't buy the battle pass, you're not getting fucking skins. You're getting one skin for one of the new characters, I think.
Yikes.
Yeah. So it's pretty rough.
Yeah.
And that's coming from somebody who likes. I would, if there was value proposition in there, I would buy it. Fuck yeah. I like buying shit.
Yeah, you do.
One of my favorite things.
Yeah, you do actually.
It's half the reason I fucking play Dota still is because I'm like, well, it's like sunk cost fallacy.
Oh
you know?
no. Yeah.
Like, well, but all my heroes are pretty.
Yeah, well, all my people are pretty. I think I had, so I got a hat for this guy, and I haven't played him in a while. Why'd you do it?
Yeah, but Valve is slowly killing Dota 2. So, actually, not even slowly. This year, I think they're just pulling the fucking cord.
Maybe they're over it.
Or well, next year, I guess. But yeah, I think I guess they're over it. So I was looking for. I was like, I gotta do something competitive because I think I get a little crazy if I don't have somewhere to take out some aggression or something.
Understandable.
Maybe I should do kickboxing or something. I don't know. But so I decided to Apex. Like I think I put enough time into that. I put 100 hours in Apex in the first 2 weeks it was out. Wow. Which is a lot for me.
That is a lot.
And I don't really like BRs that much. So Overwatch is like it's got skills. It's pretty MOBA like from an FPS perspective,
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was like, this could be interesting. And it is. Like it kind of is. It's hard for me to know what's going on in that game, like balance wise. It's 5v5 now compared to 6v6.
Yeah.
So it's changed quite a bit. I think the matches are way more one-sided, maybe.
Yeah.
There's less people respawning probably to take, to go up to the point to contest it or whatever. So that's probably a big factor, but it might be hero balancing and shit too. I have no fucking idea what's contributing to it exactly, but I just know that once you start losing, the game's pretty fucking much over, which is not a great thing for your game.
That's one of the things I did hear is like steamrolling is a lot faster in this, and it's a lot worse. So like you can't counter it once you.
It doesn't even feel good when you're doing it because you get a sense of where the match is going early on, and you go okay. And by the way, I've only played like 15 matches, so it's barely anything.
Yeah.
But already I've noticed this pattern of like, oh, we're probably gonna win. Like 90% accuracy on that gut feeling, like 2 minutes into a match.
Oof.
So pretty rough. I don't think I'll stick with it, but I'll probably boot it up a couple more times just to. I really like the way Reaper works. Like building up your ultimate and then jumping in with a huge ult to kill their entire team is still very fun.
I'm glad Reaper is still annoying. Fair. Very fair.
Also, they've got a new hero that it's called Echo. Her ultimate is to become basically another hero.
Echo was in the last one, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that might be true. But I haven't played in like 3 years.
Oh,
so.
yeah, fair.
And I didn't even spend that much time in the game. I think I had like 100 hours in the previous game from like the first couple months of the game launching. So.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. I didn't know who the hamster ball guy was.
Hammond?
And it come to find out that's pretty early on. Although I did come back at one point because I remember Brigitte, whatever the fuck her name is.
Brigitte. Yeah.
Brigitte? Is that really how you say it? Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. I don't remember.
I like Brigitte better because it sounds fancy, but
I don't remember.
Brigitte, sure.
We said things stupidly when we played.
It's hard to so that's the other thing is like I know Torbjorn as Toblerone.
Toblerone.
And I couldn't remember his fucking real name. So
he's actually pretty aggressive now. They've done a lot of changes. Yeah.
Yeah. I got killed by his ult a couple times. That was pretty annoying.
You got fucking the splooge? Come on.
I got this. Yeah. It was horrible.
Yeah, that's pretty embarrassing.
Is it?
To get gooed on? Yeah, a little bit, I would say. Column A, column B, it could be.
I mean, but there's choke points on the map. I mean, if he just does it in the right spot and you're the right hero, it's going to happen. He's going to hit you.
Yeah, that's true. But it's still, like,
If you're playing the tank, you're going to get fucking hit. And if you don't get hit, you're fucking your entire team.
Okay, true.
One thing that they have now, which I come to understand people don't like, which is wild to me, which is roll queue.
Oh, yeah, a lot of people don't like roll queue.
That seems insane to me that people don't like that. Haven't you ended up on a team with 3 snipers before?
Yeah.
It's awful.
Yeah.
This is a much better trade-off. Dota also did this, and there's some people who don't like it, but the vast majority of lower leveled. So like they actually cap it at MMR in Dota. So it's like if you're this good, you don't have roll queue anymore. It's not even an option. But if you're under that, there's 2 options. There's none. There's no roll queue, and then there's also roll queue. And roll queue is vastly superior.
Interesting. Okay.
Because no one knows what the fuck they're doing. I don't know.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing 90% of the time. But yeah.
Absolutely. Show me who I agree. Now in Dota you can pick whatever hero in the roles. But you have to play, in that lane at least. So it's a little less restrictive. It's not a 1-to-1 example.
So wait, in Dota you pick the lane versus
you pick the lane before you queue in the ranked that I prefer. Yes. And I think most people at my level do. Yeah.
Okay, and so the lane will determine what you play.
Yes, but you can pick whatever you want. So you could fuck your team over by picking something stupid for that lane.
True.
Which does still happen, but people police the community with vehement, horrible toxicity pretty well. So if I pick something stupid, which, I've got 2 accounts. So on my alt account, I will try some wild shit, and sometimes it goes so well that all the people that were hating on me commend the shit out of me, and they're like, "Holy fuck, that was incredible." And then other times it goes exactly the way that they predicted, and I get mass reported and can't play for like a day or 2. But on my main account, I'm pretty good. I don't pick things that people wouldn't like, which is a little weird, but yeah.
That's fair.
Anyway.
Okay.
Overwatch. Probably won't play much more.
Fair. Next.
I don't know why I watched those 2 donkey videos and was like, you know what? I'll play some of that.
I was really surprised that you played it. I was like, watching it, I was like, yeah, that confirms my suspicion.
I've been playing turbo games in Dota, which is like super fast-paced Dota. Like, you get money way faster. Like, the match is way, way fucking quicker. You get powerful quick, and it's fun as fuck, especially while you're drunk, which is like what I'm trying to fill. I need like a little fast arcadey drunk-filled fun time. And I was thinking Overwatch might be it, but I don't think it is. I don't know what is going to be it, though. I would like something. I really don't want to buy Call of Duty again.
Ooh, don't buy Call of Duty. Don't give Activision actual money.
I need other options. What are the other options?
Valorant?
It's not arcade. No, I don't want to fucking corner camp for 45 fucking minutes, okay? Fuck that game.
No. That's like Rainbow Six.
No, Valorant does this too. I've watched fucking matches.
Okay,
I know what's up. Then. I mean, not every match, but some matches you just get locked into this fucking thing where you're, it's slower paced than I'd like. And it's more skill based. I want a little bit less skill based. Like, Overwatch is skill based, whatever the fuck, okay? It's clearly less skill based than Valorant. Clearly.
True. Fair. Okay.
Arcadey, I guess, is the qualification that dismisses Valorant.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's a fair point, because it's more like Counter-Strike Valorant is, and Overwatch is TF2 on crack. I guess if anybody has any good suggestions for ports, send it to our Twitter. Reply to the Twitters, so he can feel his void.
True.
His arcade void.
I was trying to go back to Heroes of the Storm, but that game's a joke. It's just a fucking joke.
Okay, so Overwatch. What else?
So anyway, Overwatch. Lord of the Rings Online. Been playing a fucking shitload of that.
That's good. That's good.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good to just. There's this thing. I don't know if you do this, and you probably don't with this kind of thing because you've given up on MMOs completely. Mm-hmm. Which I'm a little jealous of, but I thought to myself, like, why am I doing this thing? It's repetitive. It's not mechanically that interesting. Like, what is What's my driving force here?
Dopamine hits.
But you don't even really get that kill to kill in Lord of the Rings. You don't. I mean, yeah, I guess you want to level up. That's the thing. Yeah. But so there's these thing called deeds, which are like a task to do something in a given area. They they sort them by region. So if you kill one goblin in fucking, the Breeland area, or I guess there's no goblins there, but use your imagination. So a wolf in the Breeland area, you'll get a quest. They're like quests, but they actually earn you money for the store.
Ooh, okay.
But the quest is very boring because it's like, just kill 80 of these fucking things, and we'll give you 5 fucking Lord of the Rings points.
Okay.
But those Lord of the Rings points are pretty, well, I don't know if they're important, but there's like a lot of cosmetic slots and like there's shit that costs fucking, their currency, that I would like to buy. Some of it's shortcutting travel, that kind of shit. And, like permanently shortcutting it. Like you can actually like unlock stuff before you go there and shit like that. So I was just asking around like the general chat. I was like, do you guys like do all of these? Or so most people do a mix. They'll like, do one tier of it and then move on. And then you can come back because you can just kill everything in like one shot when you come back.
Oh, so okay.
I was killing, like tons of these. I'm like, why am I doing this? It feels kind of pointless when you're doing it. Mm-hmm. And I was like, it's kind of like doing Slayer from RuneScape. Why the fuck am I doing that? It's to get more shit. I kind of had to readjust my expectation, and I anchored it on a previous experience, which sounds very basic. It is. It is very basic. But sometimes I lose track of that, because like all the video games I'm doing are pointless, right? I mean, it's pointless.
Yeah.
But some of them just feel a little more pointless. And I gave RuneScape a free pass for years. In this game, I'm like hyper scrutinizing. I'm like, fucking, why the fuck am I doing that? And then I was able to readjust, and now it's fun again.
Now it's fun again. That's interesting that it's funny how that does happen, where you're like, oh, I love this game. It's perfect. It's perfect. It's perfect. And then you like play a different game that's very similar, and you're hyper like angry at it. It's like when I was balancing a lot of, it was the early ages of the MOBAs. There was Dota, obviously, back on Warcraft 3. And then Heroes of Newerth had come out. Demigod came out by Microsoft.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I have my
Demigod.
case. Yeah,
wow.
I have my case still somewhere. And then there was just like all these MOBAs just like hopping around and stuff. And like I still love Dota, even though it was on Warcraft 3. It was jank. It was fucking... There was no way to get back into the game once it fucked up. But like any of these new ones that came along, I was hypercritical. And then I was like, why am I doing this? And that's what I was slowly phasing out of MOBAs too. And I'm like, why am I hating on everything? I was like, I should just calm the fuck down. And I did. And then I stopped playing Dota altogether.
Yeah, I think that it can go both ways where you're like, you know what, they're just not for me anymore, and that's totally fine.
Yeah.
But there's obviously a call for me to like something in my soul wants to be fucking doing this monotonous grind shit, for sure. Because every time I don't have it, I want it. And while I'm doing it, if it's in a new game, I get like overcritical of it or whatever.
Yeah.
So in that case, where I'm drawn to it, and then I quit it. A lot of people have this thing with MMOs where, they're like, they're never the same. They're never the same. I think it's probably part of the same shit. Like just an attitude adjustment in you could make it a little better.
Yeah.
And that's it. Yeah.
That's fair. That's a good assessment, honestly. I think, people don't always...
Because like for the people that try every MMO, right? You've obviously, this is the distinction between people who should and should not do what I just said, which is adjust yourself. I don't think you need to adjust yourself to an MMO because you have no draw to it. It feels like there's no, you don't pre-order MMOs and follow MMO news to fucking the next thing, right?
No.
So maybe that means it's too late for you, and at one point you were doing that. I have no idea.
I definitely was.
I don't think it I don't think it's like an attitude adjustment for you. And this is not a moral argument. This is just your own conscience and what you want to be doing with your time.
Right.
So you've written that off. That's totally fine. That's great. Somebody who hasn't is like following all this shit, and they try a new one. They tried Lost Ark, and but it's not it's not good. It's not good enough. It's like, well, at some point the common denominator is you. So it's like either you need to hop on the bunny train of not doing it, or just lower your expectations, not
relax.
of what like the game in terms of is it the best MMO ever? Because I mean that's so subjective.
Yeah.
But just commit to one a little bit. You know, like the game has committed so much narrative, fucking art, fucking just assets. Just the game is what it is, and there's a shitload of work behind it. And you put what 5 hours into it and call it shit? Like that's not good.
No,
that's not good enough.
No.
If that's what you're looking for. If it's not what you're looking for, 5 hours is probably too much. You know?
I mean, yeah, but some things do need to like take a little longer. And like it's like
for sure.
It's like how reviews are done nowadays on games, and I think that it says a lot about what goes on in the gaming industry in general. Like people not fucking paying attention, or like people like playing a game for 30 minutes and then, you know, assessing a game entirely off of that like 30 minutes sometimes.
Yeah. I catch myself doing it all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I caught myself with a little bit of a bias when I was watching the Orville, the new season of the Orville.
Oh, okay.
Because I love that show. But then we were dunking on it hard because it's got some stupid fucking writing. And I was able to recognize I love this show.
Yeah.
But it's so corny. Like, and for a lot of the same reasons that I criticize, like, Disney shows. I mean, I would argue that Orville probably has some, like, deeper, like, overall arc to, like, a season than a lot of the Disney shows do. But, like, minute-to-minute writing, a lot of it's pretty bad. The same way that, you know, like Rings of Power, I've been criticizing that as being bad, and I'm just straight up falling asleep to it. And it's true. Like, it is just bad. But also, it just didn't hook me in another way. Like, for me, like, I don't think there's a world where the Orville gets so bad I don't watch it, because I love Seth MacFarlane so much, and I like the characters they made, and just the way it looks. Just all of it just came together for me. So, like, some of the dressing makes it better to me than, you know, it would look to other people.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, it definitely could be. It is weird.
And I think it's totally fine to like something and also recognize its flaws, which is, again, so basic. But it is so easy to get lost in your own thoughts about things. And it's like your bias just takes over, you know? And it's good to just chill for a second. Be like, no, I mean, yeah, it's dorky. And it's all good. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't take video games too seriously. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Or any entertainment. It's entertainment, for God's sake.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Just have a good time with it.
But it's art, and you shouldn't throw tomato soup on it.
Oh my God, that made me so tilted. Fucking idiots. Look, I'm all for fucking protesting, but that's not how you do it. Why Van Gogh?
Not guilty, by the way.
Why Van Gogh? He was a fucking tormented artist, so you fucking ruin it. You fucking get out. Get out. I'm so mad.
Okay. I've also been dipping into Assassin's Creed Odyssey again, but a lot of that is taken up by Lord of the Rings. Like, it's similar shit going on, so I'm like, I'll just play Lord of the Rings. Every time I boot up Assassin's Creed, I'm like, I'll just play Lord of the Rings. Although there's ship stuff in Assassin's Creed that I miss from Black Flag that I'm like, ooh, it's getting that itch a little bit. Not enough good pirate games. And no, Sea of Thieves doesn't fucking count. The game sucks. So here's the thing. I told you about the VR injector thing for Unreal. That's happening.
Yeah.
I forget. I wish I knew the guy's name that was fucking making that. But on Twitter, there's an account called Flat2VR. If you follow that, if you guys are interested in VR stuff at all, that's a fucking great account to follow. And they show... Actually, no, I don't think I found this from them. But so there's a guy who's been doing these VR projects that are kind of, they're a little bit hacked together. It's kind of like there's not really the tools to support it, but he figured it out anyway for a bunch of games.
Right.
A lot of them I don't give a shit about. One of them, Red Dead 2, there's a VR thing for that got DMCA taken down by Take-Two, which is very sad. I can't get it now. I've even looked. I'm like, fucking, how do you search the fucking? I'm getting old because I'm like, how do you search for things they don't want you to find? Like, some motherfucker must have downloaded this back in the day, right?
Yeah, right.
And has now re-uploaded it to some fucking, dark side or some shit.
Right.
But I haven't been able to find it, which is really annoying. But it's probably because Take-Two has lawyers Googling faster than I am. But anyway, so he made a Cyberpunk mod, which I downloaded, and I have not been able to do much with it because, so it doesn't have motion controls, which means you're basically just sitting there with a headset and an Xbox controller.
Okay.
But you can look around freely. So it's just the movement and actions that you take that are not, VR supported.
Yeah.
Which is kind of okay in theory to me. But doing this, even sitting down, I got sick immediately. Which concerned me.
Yeah.
So, like, I couldn't do other VR. I couldn't go do Half-Life Alyx because I got that sick.
Yikes.
Yeah. So I don't know if I'll fuck around with that more. I really want to, because the idea of it's so amazing. But we'll see. There's they have these ideal tweak settings and shit that you can get right, supposedly. But the really tough thing about VR is you can't get proper video of it because the way it looks in the headset is so much different than it looks on my screen.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you watch the video from your like a virtual desktop in the VR, it doesn't look right. So it's really, I don't know if I'm being too nitpicky or if I'm like, these visuals are all fucked.
Yeah.
Because no one's talking about the visuals being fucked, but maybe they're lowering their standards because it's VR. I have no fucking idea how to even articulate what I'm seeing to other people. So it's hard to search forums and shit. And there's tens of people doing this shit, right? It's not millions. So there's less information available about what I'm experiencing, what they're experiencing, that kind of shit.
Is there a way you can record it? Is that possible?
You can record it, but it's what your computer sees. It's not a real representation of what your eyes see in the headset. I don't maybe Google Glasses or something. I don't know. I have no idea. No idea. I need a VR expert to come to my house. That's what I need.
Hello, I need some help with setting up my VR headset, please and thank you.
Yeah. Also, it's I stopped modding regular video games because I got so tired of the issues.
Yeah.
And how long it takes to set shit up. And this is similar because you have to compare all the video settings they did and file adjustments. And I'm like, Jesus, I don't know. I mean, I really fucking like VR. I want it to keep going, and I want to support it keeping going, but it becomes a lot,
Yeah, it does take a lot more work, I think, honestly, at the end of the day. Which is frustrating. Also.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
So that's me. That's all me. I bared my soul. That's over.
Bared your soul?
What'd you play?
I didn't play a whole lot this week. I'm not gonna lie. I got Scorn, and that game consumed me.
I heard you downloaded Bayonetta, and you Bayonetta 1 and 2, and you actually got a mod to remove the old voice actress.
Why would I do that? I love her.
And
we're gonna talk about that next. I promise. I promise.
I just throw that in
I
there.
know you fucking wanted to be spicy. No, I played Scorn. I actually had requested a key, and our friend Kim, she now works for the publisher.
I don't know if we are
Scorn.
friends. It's hard for me to tell.
I think she thinks we're friends. I
well,
think
no,
so.
You and her, I think, are. But
I love her. She's adorable.
When I said hi to her, when I say hi to her now, I think my brand and hers are just incompatible, because she's very wholesome and cares about people, and she caught on pretty quickly that I faked that part of myself.
How is she? I don't. I mean, I'm not very wholesome, but you know, I try to be a good person. I'm pretty crude though.
Yeah, you are crude. That's
very
true.
crude.
But now, that's true. Actually, I haven't wrestled with that fact yet. You are very crude, and she's very nice to you. So maybe it's just some other part of my personality that's the problem.
I don't think so. I think she likes you. Yeah, I adore her. She's adorable. Anyway, she works at Kepler Interactive. She's a part of their marketing team and shit like that.
Yep.
Fucking awesome job. And yeah, this game, I've been waiting for this game for literally years, Portz, because this is actually based on another game, kind of loosely, because it's another H.R. Geiger's game. Like inspired game.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But the original game that I played a long time ago that my mom took away from me is called Dark Seed. And I tried to explain this game to my chat and everybody thought it was crazy. They're like, you're taking crazy pills. But Big Red, listener of the show, actually found it for me. And I was so happy to find it. And it's actually on Abandonware, so if you want to play it, you can. And because it's an old DOS game from the 90s.
Hey, Big Red, real quick, did you use Giant Bomb's website to figure that out? Because I bet you did.
Maybe. I don't know.
It's the best website to go where you can just search how you felt, like one aspect of the game, and they have like amazing wiki search functions.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's actually where Twitch gets their games directory.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So when you search up a game and it's like, wait, how the fuck do they already have this game in here?
Yeah.
It's because it's on fucking Giant Bomb's website.
That makes sense. But let me get into Scorn a little bit. So I think a lot of people immediately roasted this game and wrote it off, which made me sad because I think a lot of people got confused on what it is. It is an atmospheric gore fest, true to nature survival horror game. This is like old school Silent Hill 2, where enemies are faster than you. Oh, go ahead.
I want to talk about the expectations a little bit because I had the same thing.
Yeah.
And I saw David Shizmansky or whatever from Dusk.
Yeah.
Well, he also said the same thing, that his perception until a couple weeks ago was that this was kind of a shootery game. And I think it's because originally, right, this game has been announced for so long.
Since 2015.
Originally, I think they showed off more shootery stuff than they have in it now.
Yes.
I think that's true.
Yeah, I think I agree with you.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't think it's outrageous that people don't, they didn't have the right expectations for it, because it's like their marketing was a little weird, and it took a lot longer for it to come out than they intended, I think.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of issues with it and just trying to get the right shit and feel for it, because they didn't want a first-person shooter. They didn't want you going blasting through Doom and shit like that. They wanted you to fucking struggle.
Which makes sense, because if their thing is this artwork, right?
Right.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
It's not for me. I don't like it.
It's not
I don't
for
like
a lot of
looking at
people. I don't think a lot of people liked it. Those.
But it's amazing.
Yeah.
And I mean that in the truest. It's like I'm in awe of it. Like that people would even sit there and do that. But if you're starting with that, right? Because that's their main selling hook, and it should be, because it's very good.
Yeah.
It makes sense you wouldn't want it to be a shooter, because if you think about like a fucking Doom shooter, you're just ripping through levels.
Right.
You don't want to fucking be doing that. You want to take your time, Myst style, look at the shit around you.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, and I think that was the whole thing of it. You could see your body the entire time, and your body's changing. I thought that was cool because you could literally look down and see what's happening to your body. Yeah.
Oh my god. Ugh,
it's
I hate this.
So gory.
Hey, VR community, don't.
But it's just everything is made out of flesh and bone, and it is just creepy and just fucking gross, and just. It is a gore fest, and then especially towards the end, it just turns horny on main. I mean, there's a lot of wieners in this, and cum, and
I'm back in. All right, let's do it.
And it is just a gore fest, and so I think those are my horniest streams that I've ever done, just because there was a lot of dicks and a lot of vaginas.
Is that allowed on Twitch?
I was kind of worried about it while we were playing it. I'm like, when is Twitch gonna pull the plug on this, and when am I gonna get banned? And but I think it is because like they got it pre-approved. I mean, you can play Conan Exiles and there's wieners and vaginas in that, and it's
that's so surprising to me.
Yeah,
okay.
So it's definitely a horny game. The ending boss, I will say, is bullshit. I even said that to Kim. It's bullshit. I don't care that I got a free copy of this. It was bullshit. It was fucking hard and it was difficult. But I understand that it's a survival horror game, but then it does a Doom-esque fucking motherfucking thing. This is the only thing I'm going to spoil is you beat the boss and then something happens. And then it's like, do it again. And I was like, I don't have any healing. I don't have any bullets. Please, no. Please, no. And then it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I literally had 1 health going into the boss again, and I was like, all I had to do was fart on me, and I was dead. So,
did you beat it that way, or did you have to load an earlier save?
No, I beat it. Once you get past that, it's like there's like a little bit left. It's really fucking gruesome and gory, but it's also kind of beautiful in a weird fucked up way.
Holy shit.
I don't know how to describe this game. You basically go from like meat to bone and this like weird archaic civilization. It is so cool, and
that's what my Tinder profile says. Go from meat to bone.
Yeah, I truly love it. I'm already planning on replaying through it just so I can experience more of the atmosphere without chat. And like, cause like I streamed it, and I don't think a lot of people like this game because like my average was low.
It's very
gory.
Divisive.
Yeah, it's very intrusive. It's very horny, and it's just very.
I don't have a weak stomach, but I have a weak like skin crawly thing for sure.
Oh yeah, no, there's definitely skin crawly in this, and and stuff, and just shit being gross to be gross. But but yeah,
like I can watch blades be inserted to like flesh, like just digging out like fucking your insides and shit. But as soon as it's like alien orifices and fucking creepy wet moist sounds, like that's the shit where I'm like, ugh, no, I don't.
The sounds.
No.
The sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah, it's pretty nar. And the other game I played, and I haven't played it in so long that I basically forgot everything about it, is SOMA. So I played this.
I don't know why I want to make you do this, but can you give Scorn a score?
Out of 10?
Something out of 10, sure.
8.5.
Hey, pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, it's not the most perfect game. I would have liked a little bit more, honestly.
Yeah. Is it $60?
It's like 30, I think.
Oh, fucking hell yeah. That seems all right, because I heard it was very short,
no,
like
it's 30,
4 hours or something.
It's 35. It's going to go up to 40 in a couple of days. And
right.
it's a little bit much. But, I mean, I immensely enjoyed it. It's very...
I don't think it's a little... I actually don't think it's a little much. Because you're not going to experience anything like this. So if it's like, if that part sells you, I think you should spend $40 on it, right?
I guess that's a good point.
That's kind of it.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
Because that takes a shitload of work. And for stuff like that to succeed,
it needs to be
expensive. We can't be paying
No.
$5 because it's short. Like, fuck off.
Yeah, I think that's another thing that a lot of people complain about was how short it was. And I beat it in about 7 hours. And I kind of felt like I did rush it a little bit because I was streaming it, and you have to like keep going, and you can't really just sit there and like fuck around too much. And my other complaint, but they fixed it almost immediately, was there was no checkpoints originally. So if you died in a chapter, you started that chapter over. So it kind of fucked you, but they immediately added checkpoints like I think the next day. They're like, oh shit, this is bad. This is 2015. We made a horror game, and
we forgot to turn the on switch on for checkpoints.
Yeah. But like even like my roommate Zach, he's also playing through it. He's about to get to the end. I know exactly where he is. He's got maybe another 2 hours, but he's put like 15 hours into this because he's just walked around and really experienced it.
Yeah. Interesting.
But yeah. But yeah, I played that. Loved it. Played SOMA. It is a horror game. And I forgot how fucked up this game is. I genuinely really did.
Yeah, so you've played this game all the way through before, right?
Yes. I don't remember what I got, and obviously I don't remember a lot about this game because I played it back when it was free on the Twitch app, which says a lot. So I remember the monsters and, like, hiding from the monsters because I'm shit at stealth, right? I am very bad at stealth.
Yeah.
It is probably one of my weakest genres that I will continue to play. So that was always my biggest struggle, and I think I cheated a lot, but just to get through it because I am.
I was actually gonna try to out somebody. I was like, I think it was CK. I was watching that turned off, turned on in I think it was in vulnerability even. Mm-hmm. Where they couldn't actually kill you.
That's on the easy. That's the easy setting. They won't kill you.
Yeah.
Which I mean is fair.
Funny.
Yeah.
I understand that, by the way, because fucking stealth force games are.
It's rough.
They're just not. They're for some people, but they're not for everyone. And
yeah, I'm bad at it.
I'm glad that they made a mode where that's possible.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, so you don't completely die and you don't have to go back to a checkpoint and stuff like that.
Yeah.
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 I remember cheating and
and it's just
using
people who don't like it, right? Like us.
Yeah.
It's not enjoyable, right? It's not a fun experience. It's not even rewarding in the way that most challenges are rewarding. It just feels like horse shit.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah, when you're losing. I've been lucky, and I've actually done pretty well so far. I'm sure.
Well, you've also played it before. It might set you up to be, feel a lot better about it.
Yeah, I think that might be part of it. Kind of having an intuition.
Maybe
about
your muscles remember more than you do.
Because I didn't remember that, some of the elements, I didn't remember Simon being, they're like this AI almost, and this sentient beings. And then, it's just, it's a lot to take in, I think. And I don't think I really...
SOMA is a fucking amazing game. I really like it.
Yeah, it's
From
good.
a narrative perspective.
Maybe that's...
And visually. I really like the visuals, too.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's a cohesive experience other than the stealth gameplay.
Yeah, I think there's a lot that has going on, especially since it's such an older game. It came out in 2015. And, yeah... I'm enjoying my playthrough of it and reliving it. I don't want spoilers on the end, so I'm just gonna see what I get. Because I know there's 4 endings.
Oh, yeah.
I know that much.
There are, yep.
But I don't know what I'll get.
If you knew one of them, though, you could extrapolate the others.
Yeah, I figured as much. But
yeah.
All right. You ready for the news? I didn't play a whole lot this
Absolutely.
week. I fucked up.
No, that's totally fine. I took up so much time. We're good.
That's true. Okay, let's run through this real quick.
I keep doing that, by the way. It's a new pattern that we're going to keep doing. So
that's
I hope
fair.
you love it.
No, I do. I love it. It's 10 out of 10. I'll go first next week and take up all the time. But...
Oh, good. All right. Thank God.
Let's talk about...
Pull your own weight.
You fucker. Let's talk about the shit show that you brought up earlier, the Bayonetta scandal. So...
Yes.
The voice actress of the English dub recently went to Twitter and put out a call to boycott the game. The reason being is she was only offered a mere $4,000 to do the role of Bayonetta. Now, I feel like the English voice actress is so well known across the whole fucking community, and even in Japan she's well known for her voice and doing Bayonetta and bringing her to life, right?
Yeah. I guess that's true. I don't think her name is known at all, though.
No, but her voice is iconic. And
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know. If I heard it out of context, would I know it was her? Probably not.
I mean,
it's not really even a good point, but the character, when I see it and it's not her voice, I haven't watched the new trailer for Bayonetta 3 because I know it's not her. Yeah. And if I do hear it, it's going to feel wrong, like Chris Pratt's Mario. Guaranteed.
Yeah. So the rumor was going around that they did this to squeeze her out because they wanted to get Jennifer Hale, who does Naomi in Metal Gear Solid, And
she does Bastila and fucking KOTOR.
Yeah, she's done a lot of voice acting.
Prolific voice actress.
Yes, she's great. But, like, is she going to be able to do Bayonetta? But that's the thing is, like, they basically squeezed out the original voice actress and to try to get somebody else in there. And no clue how much Jennifer Hale was offered because she did confirm because she's under NDA. She can't really talk about it too much.
Yep.
But, yeah, she did confirm that she's doing the voice and that, you know, people got to do what people got to do with this whole thing. And, but, yeah, so the original voice actress, Helena Taylora? I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm butchering her name. She's
Wait, what? Who are you saying?
Isn't it Helena Taylora? Taylor? Oh no, Taylor. Sorry.
I think it's just Taylor.
Is it Taylor? Why did I think it was something?
Yeah, Helena Taylor.
Okay, I'm fucking dumb. She's been calling for the voice like the boycott, you know. She lives in fucking LA. $4,000 for this role. Come on, Nintendo! What the fuck? I think it's fucked. Are you gonna play the game?
Apparently, the negotiations were between her and Platinum specifically. By the way, not Nintendo.
Okay.
Just to clarify that point. At least that's who she called out specifically.
That's true.
This is one of the very few news stories I've actually looked at. Because I follow a lot of voice actor Twitter because I fucking like voice acting quite a bit, and I, you know.
You
wish that I had more passion to do it, but yeah. So I didn't watch her video, which I probably should have. But she put out a video. Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched the video.
Did she call out Jennifer Hale specifically?
I don't think she called out. I don't remember. It was a couple of days ago that I watched it.
Yeah, somebody said that she did. If that's true, it's shitty.
Yeah.
Because like,
it's not Jennifer Hale's
I don't think anyone should give a fuck. Like, Chris Pratt shouldn't back down the role of Mario. He shouldn't say no to Mario because like actors, people being cast in a role.
It's not.
I don't
personal.
think it's not their like fight, right? Like that's gone on behind the scenes. They have no fucking knowledge of it or whatever. There was something where Steve Bloom tweeted about this.
Yeah.
And he is, I mean, he's known for fucking, what do I know him from? He was Oghren in Dragon Age Origins. He's been Sonic multiple times. But anyway, he said that common etiquette is to reach out to the person who used to do the role and just sort of see how they are.
Really?
Now, I don't know if that means, but he was saying there's no way Jennifer Hale didn't do that. I don't know if that doesn't track with what the statement that Jennifer Hale put out to me. But it still, his point was like, don't go after the voice actor because it doesn't do anything. It's kind of like going after people that make video games. Like, don't go after companies that make shitty decisions, not the individual people who happen to be like, they're the face, right? And that's why you're going after them. Stop fucking doing that because it has almost nothing to do with them. Yeah. I think it's a shitty situation, especially if what she said was true, which is she was only offered $4,000, a flat rate. Okay.
Yeah.
For the one class I took for voice acting, the first thing you learn is that there are like union jobs and non-union jobs. This is 1,000% a union job, and you get residuals. That's just part of the fucking deal, basically.
Yeah.
Not offering residuals is insane. So if that's true, I assume it is. I don't like. Why would she make this big fuss if it wasn't true? Because obviously, eventually, this company, if the PR gets bad enough, they're gonna come after her. And they might even take legal action.
For defamation and shit like that. Yeah.
Well, she apparently has, like broken the NDA.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think about
Jennifer
that.
Hale refused to do, which is the smart move.
Right. Yeah.
But I mean, hey, if she really was mistreated, I think we should, get it out there for sure. But I don't know how you corroborate that story. She doesn't have fucking lawyers. She said something like, this is $4,000. Like, I can't even, afford to run my car. Like, who cares about an NDA? Because what are they going to take my clothes? Like, God damn, dude. Yeah. Fucking good point.
Yeah. It's fucking crazy, honestly, at the end of the day. But where are you standing on the boycott? Are you going to do it, or are you not going to do it? Are you gonna
I don't want to play it because I'm only on a Nintendo Switch, bro. Like, come on. It's, the graphics are... oh, my God, bro. No, fuck off.
Okay, fair enough.
And here's the real thing.
Yeah.
I haven't even played the second one because it's also exclusive to the fucking
Wii U.
Wii U.
I think, yeah, it's something stupid.
Yeah, it for sure is. I've looked for like real copies of the game. I can't find it. So, I mean, on the internet I probably could, but I've been in like local game stores and stuff. I'm like, well, whatever. If it's not easy enough to just pick it up here, I fuck off. I like the first game a lot. But I don't think this is like a Titan franchise for me. It's like, yeah, it's cool, but it's cool. It's not like
that's hot.
It's not like a staple,
Yeah.
Although one of my Twitch emotes is from the first game.
Yeah, I mean, we could still love the first game. That's fair. She'll always be our Bayonetta.
Yes.
Okay. Next thing I want to talk about. I guess we're not gonna know. This is gonna be late news. Because this is happening on Wednesday after the podcast comes out, but maybe you'll be interested in this, and maybe we'll talk about it next week to see what they actually reveal. Konami announced some more information about Silent Hill officially, and look, I just need to know what it is, and if they're gonna fuck up the franchise again.
It's never anything good, ever.
I just
learn.
Look.
Adapt.
Look, I just want them to secretly port all the games to the PC. That's all I want. That's one.
That'd be cool.
1, 2,
that would
3.
Be very cool.
See, that's what I want. That's what I want. I don't want I don't want a fucking remake. I don't want that. I don't want a TV show, which is what it might be rumored to be. Which fuck off. I don't want it. I just want 1, 2, and 3 on the PC so I can play them again. That's all I want.
Somebody compared Scorn to Silent Hill, actually.
With a fucked
just
up
in
shit?
terms of pacing, like for story beats and shit like that.
I mean, to be fair, I did compare it to Silent Hill 2 earlier.
Silent Hill 2 specifically is what they were saying, yeah.
So, so Silent Hill 2 is hard as fuck. The monsters are faster than you. You never are going to have enough ammo, and even if you try to melee them, you're most likely going to die. So your best bet is to honestly run and hide. And sometimes in Scorn, that's what you have to do. And stuff in order to like get past areas. So it is very true to survival horror.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I don't think that genre will ever be for me. Like the true survival horror. Dead Space is as far into that as I could possibly get.
I think Dead Space is a little bit easier because you have a lot of
for sure
gun.
Is, yeah.
You have a lot of gun. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. And yes, I need that.
I mean, that's fair. It's funny because when I get the gun in Silent Hill, I always feel slightly safer. Even though I know I'm probably just as fucked, there's something, like, comforting about that. And I remember when I played Resident Evil for the whole 15 minutes that I played it, tried to get back into that series, when I played 7. I got the gun and immediately my hands were cut off. And I was like, that's enough. And I closed the game. And I haven't revisited since.
That's funny.
Yeah, I played 103 minutes. Last on April 9th, 2017. Bought it on April 6th. Because that was my birthday. I was like, cool, this came out on my birthday. I'm going to buy it for my birthday. And then I played and I was like, no, thank you. My hands are cut off. I hate everything and everyone.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, so I guess report to us and tell us what you think of the Silent Hill news. Sad news. This week sucked. Not gonna lie. G4 shuts down after only being on Comcast for literally a year. It decides to pull the plug, and CEO Dave Scott sending out a memo to all employees explaining the efforts to revive the network did not gain any traction.
Let's go! Yeah.
I'm actually...
Fuck yes.
There's certain things that I did like about G4, but I watched them not on TV. I watched them on YouTube and Twitch and stuff. And, yeah, like...
I think that the people who were on screen, other than, like, Adam Sessler, I never watched it growing up, so I don't know what people exactly were looking for from the return of G4. But in my mind, it was antithetical to everything that they seem to support now.
Yeah.
Which is like common internet values, sure, but like so Frost. Remember when she went off about the women don't exist to be attractive to you? Olivia Munn and Morgan Webb didn't exist to be attractive, right?
Yeah.
That's why they were hired, though.
Unfortunately, yes.
It was just what sold on TV, or what was perceived to sell on TV. By the way, it does sell on TV and anywhere. But that is what they were hired to do.
Right.
So pushback on... They're using the same branding from back then. If they weren't using the same branding, you could be like, yeah, why would people expect this here? But it just felt like they had no idea what made G4 famous before.
Yeah.
And now... they're trying to capitalize on it and like turn on their fans to be like, what? You don't support us after this? It's like, it's barely any of the same people.
Yeah.
And you're not pushing the same kind of content. It just didn't.
No.
It felt like, how would that ever find its place?
Yeah. There was a couple of things that I did like. There was like a cookie show that I liked, but I watched it on YouTube. And then there was the Will Neff show with Austin. They're named The Price Show. But they also did that on Twitch. Like a lot of this stuff was like dual broadcast. So like even if you didn't watch it on television, it was being dual broadcast elsewhere.
Wait, they actually had a television show?
Yeah.
Like this time around?
I think so. Like I saw
Attack
of the Show supported by G4.
I thought it was only internet this time. Oh shit.
No,
okay.
They actually had a network on Comcast. And so like
I had no idea.
Yeah, so a few dozen employees and contract workers were affected by the shutdown, and Comcast said that they would assess and assist them in outplacements and consider some for internal opportunities. But the thing is, like, they had contracts. G4 specifically had contracts with, like, YouTube. It had multi-year agreements with Twitch, as well as, like, Fios and, Cox and Xfinity and all those people. They all had that. And so it's now up in the air what's going to happen because they don't have an official, like, TV thing, but they have all these other sources, so they can maybe still put it on YouTube and Twitch and see what happens. But yeah, a lot of people got laid off. A lot of content creators got fucked. And not the good way.
I mean, for sure that that sucks.
Yeah. The last thing I want to talk about is all the Twitch drama. There was a lot of Twitch drama this week. There was some good stuff. There was some bad stuff. Yep. So
wait, there's good Twitch drama?
Yeah. So Adriana Chekchok, the one that broke her back in two places.
Yep.
She had her surgery. She ended up having to have a second surgery because there's nerve damage on her bladder. She wasn't sure if she was going to be able to pee normal again.
Oh my God.
She had to have more fusions than the original, but the best thing is she actually got up and she walked around with the assistance of a walker. And so she's a fucking badass. Not only having 2 back surgeries last week, but able to start fucking walking again.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So hopefully she has a fucking very speedy recovery and sues the shit out of Lovato.
See you at TwitchCon next year, huh?
Hopefully she sues the shit out of Lenovo, who has barely addressed the situation. They said that they are aware that people got hurt and they're looking into it, probably to cover their asses as much as possible. Mm-hmm. But, and Twitch, about the whole situation, has been completely silent about anybody getting hurt or anything at TwitchCon. Shocker. I know.
Yeah.
Let's get into the shit. So, Ms. Gift I think is honestly losing his mind and going off the deep end about the whole thing. So he's back from his break after, going into hiding after covering up sexual assault allegations. And
that's quick.
He's recovering.
Feels quick to me.
Yeah.
I don't know how long that was. Like a couple weeks?
Like 3, maybe 2.5 about.
Okay.
Meanwhile, back on his stream, he is laughing and making sexual assault jokes. And then he had the audacity to say that he's the victim, cry on stream and say how he's having nightmares and he can't sleep. And he wished this wasn't happening. He complains and cries that he lost a bunch of friends. And then he goes and watches old 80 videos about sexual harassment in the workplace.
Wow.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Why would he ever think that's a good idea?
I don't know.
That's so stupid. Yeah, you sent me the video, and I watched a little bit of it, but I was like, Jesus Christ. It feels like a video that someone would dig up about him from 10 years ago.
But this is
what I mean?
This was like a few days ago.
Yeah, but that's how bad it is, and he did it his first stream back?
Yes.
Holy shit, you dumbass.
I know.
Like, even if I'm, like, on his side, like, which is such a weird, like, I don't know how you even end up there. But even if I'm like a diehard like Mizkip fan, like there's no way he did it.
Yeah.
You gotta see that and be like, what? Come on, dude.
Yeah, that just seems weird and
Come
out of
on,
place.
man.
Like genuinely out of place.
I mean, it's bad judgment, but it's also bad judgment to the point that's like you fucked yourself.
Right.
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 This is no matter what else comes out.
Right.
It's impossible to defend that.
Yeah, no. He's tanked in views, he's tanked in followers. Like he's lost like at least like 15 to like 20,000 followers. His average cut in half. I saw him streaming at like 15,000 the other day when normally he averages around like 70,000 on a normal stream.
Wow.
Yeah, he took a huge nosedive. And, like, yeah, hopefully people...
I had no idea he was that popular. I thought he was like the little baby of OTK. I thought he was like, kind of nothing.
He's up there. He's one of the original founders of it, so...
I mean, I know, but I didn't consume any of his content. So, if you don't hear about a Twitch streamer, you're like, I mean, I've heard of him, but they can't be doing that well. But apparently he is.
Right.
Or was.
Yeah. I think also part of it was he... I don't know. And like he thinks he has like a promising view on how OTK is going to treat the internal investigation and everything. And I think he thinks that they're going to side with him. And I think that he's just going to stay on the top in OTK, which kind of is disappointing. Because seeing where the rest of them are.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder how that really turns out.
I don't know. It hasn't been finalized yet or anything like that.
His judgment seems off on most other things. So it might be off on this as well.
I don't know.
Because, like, most people are nice to people when they talk to them, right?
Right.
So if he's talking to, like, Asmongold, or I don't even know who's making decisions there. But if they have a conversation, like, maybe they'll leave him feeling better about it than he should. Like, it's kind of like when you have a tenuous relationship with your job or something.
Right.
Now, tune this out because you were in the food industry and everyone just screams at each other there.
True.
From what I've gathered.
Yeah.
But in an office environment, you will never get a whiff that you're about to be fired until it's over. You know, like, so I wonder if that's really going to be the case for him.
I hope
if this is just based on his judgment, but yeah, I don't know. Asmongold at least has the appearance of somebody who's really got a good fucking head on his shoulders, so I feel like he will hopefully take some good care into this. He also doesn't seem like he's really attached to Mizkip at all.
I don't think he is either. It's so weird that they have this whole group together. Like, it's such a weird hodgepodge. You got Jay Slat, Asmongold, Mizkip.
Well, it makes sense from a coverage perspective,
right?
You know, like if you're just thinking about the different types of content your org could make, like they are very different.
Yeah. Yeah, they're very different.
I guess there's that.
Yeah, I don't know. It is weird. Honestly, I hope they make the right choice and get rid of him, but I just have a bad feeling that they won't.
Is there like any solid evidence he didn't have anything to do with it? I haven't really followed it since the initial thing.
I don't think so, no.
Everyone kind of just dances around it, which makes me think they all kind of know he did it.
Yeah, which is why I think, like, I don't know. I think poorly of it. Anyway, the last fucked up thing, and we're going to get kind of real, I guess, on this. I don't know.
God.
It's about
I don't have a real bone in my body.
Look, it's about some serious fucked up shit. So Amber revealed that she has a husband. Again, I would like to point this out there, that this is the second time that
How come no one else knows that? How come you're the only one on that fucking internet that knows?
I guess I looked it up again while we were first starting the show, but like she talked about it on to a mod on our stream live fails, and it's like, I'm on our stream live fails and this is news, you have a husband, and it's like, yeah, I do have a husband, but obviously I'm not going to mention it because people get turned off by the idea. Do you know what I mean? And so yeah, that was back in 2020 when that came out.
Huh. Okay.
So it was a while ago. She made jokes about going to TwitchCon in a wedding dress. I don't remember if she actually did it or not because COVID. And
right.
Yeah, I was trying to find out more shit, but all that's coming up is the current content and stuff. And but anyway, the thing that's fucked up about the whole situation is the internet's mad at her for not the fact that she's being mentally abused and possibly physically abused by her husband, also being pimped out. It sounds like they're mad at that she has a husband. And so many fucking 15-year-olds were getting on Twitter and like commenting on it and being like, oh yeah, well, if you're a type of man that only marries only girls fans, what do you expect, ladies, and stuff like that. It's like, shut the fuck up, you're 15.
But they're fans.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm subscribed, I'm a tier 3 sub. Yeah, but yeah, the videos that came out were really rough to watch. It sounds like she's been forced to stream a lot, and a lot of people are covering this right now. Ludwig covered this. Even Asmongold talked about this to bring him up again, and he defended her quite vigorously.
He's been doing a lot of like real sort of React content.
Yeah. Well, because
I think it started with the Johnny Depp trial.
I think it started with the Johnny Depp trial, and I think he liked voicing his opinion. Because, people actually wanted to listen to what he said.
He just, he elevated. He just went into something new. But it has nothing to do with this. Yeah. Yeah. Do you, so I gave you a little bit of a preview of my, view on this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you want to go into it?
Yeah, we could go into it.
I just think that there's a lot of situations like this. And I think that all signs right now point to absolutely he's abusive.
Yeah.
And she's a victim.
Yeah.
I think that's true. Based on what we've seen.
Right.
That's my leaning. But also, I think that everything that's been presented to us is from one perspective, and that it was curated and sort of manipulated that way.
Right.
Maybe it was manipulated maliciously, but it's also very reasonable. So, the main red flag is that it was she recorded him
screaming
without him knowing.
Yeah, without him knowing it.
And the way that she acted was a little crazy. So almost everything I feel about this is basically from another content creator named Destiny, which you can think he was banned off Twitch. It's a little crazy, but
he is a little crazy.
He's a very smart guy, and I think that his call to caution is reasonable here.
Yeah.
Just because we've seen similar situations unfold where you just believe the woman and things fall apart. And it's not that she's a woman.
Yeah.
It's either party where you only hear one voice from it. That's the thing that bothers me a little bit.
That's
and
true.
This other guy could come out with his own thing, and he's not, which speaks to he's not,
He's probably not a good
guy. Maybe he's not a good guy, Or maybe he's never had any internet presence and he doesn't know how to do any of this.
I don't think he has internet presence. They did reveal his name recently. I'm not going to say what it is. I could send it to you and like pictures and proof and stuff of him and her together from like years ago. Yeah. Apparently they've been together for a very long time. And
like 10 years or something, right?
Something ridiculous, yeah. And but basically he's been kept hidden away from his words because it will ruin the brand. So, you know, have her making all this risky content because it's a good business opportunity. And that's what he said about the hot tub meta. He's like, oh, this is a great business opportunity for us.
Yeah. Well, so that's, yeah. I mean, I also believe that women come to that conclusion about their own content.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't think that's a smoking gun necessarily.
Right.
Unless it corroborates other things that are also going wrong.
Yeah.
Which, from the text messages I read, I mean, the dude's got problems.
Dude's got mega problems.
Like, holy shit. What a lunatic. Like, I would never want to associate somebody who talks like this.
No.
So that's the other part that's like, it definitely makes me, you know.
Yeah.
More sympathetic to her situation.
Right. Sure. And it's funny because I watched Asmongold's, I watched Moist Critical and like Ludwig, and like a lot of people are talking about this. I even watched a little bit of Destiny's take. And
did you really?
Yes. I'm kind of, because I'm worried about
her. You know what? The whole problem with that, though,
yeah.
the whole problem with that is that Destiny is a girl's name. So
yeah, that's true. You should give it back to the child.
That is a comment on every single one of his fucking videos. It makes me laugh every time. Somebody will be like, well, this is a good point, and I think the societal structure of blah, 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 but in the end, Destiny is a girl's name.
That's good. That's a good meme. But yeah, I liked what Asmongold said about this, because somebody in chat, he was viciously defending her. Like, people were like, putting a lot of blame on her, saying how did she get herself.
Sorry, who was?
Asmongold was defending her and saying, like, because he was reading his chat and people were like, how did she get herself into this spot? She should have seen the signs. And you know, he talked about it, and somebody ultimately asked him, what would you do in this situation if you were her? And he said, I would do the exact same thing she did. He's like, what's the point? He's like, he's literally trying to ruin my career. What do I have to lose by exposing him this way? Like, she doesn't.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like,
yeah. I mean, it's true.
Yeah.
But also, we're dealing with somebody, at least given the text messages, I think they were older than this situation.
Yeah.
That came out. That he has a pattern of doing this, which also points to the abuse.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you're holding this thing over this person's head, and
right.
Like, which is bad, but it doesn't say, like, I don't think that she takes these. It's reasonable to think that she doesn't take these accusations seriously. Like, I wonder how much, like the killing the dog thing,
right.
For example. That's the one thing that gives me pause. I don't know if you saw this part of Destiny's video.
Oh, I didn't see his part, but I saw the text, yeah.
The thing where he said he was going to kill her dogs, well, the text message was different. I think maybe he's threatened her dogs twice.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. But also, in the context, he brought it up, which she did not refute as far as I could tell, which is he was trying to prove that she doesn't listen until she's emotionally invested. So he brought up killing her dogs as an emotional like pull into the conversation to prove his point, which is a little fucked. But I would use that with Faye, like if
but
not
you're
in
also
the way that he not in the way that he did.
You're
right, because he's yeah.
You're also not going around telling Faye, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this.
So put in context with the other stuff. It looks much worse.
Yeah. No. Yeah, you could jokingly say, "Oh, I'm gonna fucking murder you, ha 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 ha, honey," and then, but if you're being like, if you don't,
but if I was like, "Hey, babe, you don't listen," I'm gonna kill our cats. And then she's like, what? What did you just say? And be like, ha, got you. Now you're listening. And then we continue the conversation.
And then
that's the way I imagine that he thought it went.
She's gonna kill you.
Or he's trying to pretend that he thought it went.
I don't.
Which is more likely, probably, just given the information that we have.
Yeah, yeah. I think, yeah. But the thing is, like, I wanna end. Well, not end on this, but like, I do want to.
On your point of view.
No. Shut the fuck up. I want to just bring this up because
I'm horrible. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you better shut the fuck up, Portz, or else I'm gonna kick your ass.
Could you do a meme this week? All right. If you don't do a meme this week, I'm taking all the podcasts down.
No. They should be screaming. Both my roommates are trying to fucking sleep. Anyway, no. A lot of people are like victim blaming her a lot, and they're like, "Why didn't you see the signs? Why didn't you fucking?"
That's a terrible thing to say. I mean,
she takes so much fucking mental abuse from the internet as it is, and then to find out that she's being fucking mentally abused at home, I don't know.
I don't buy into the she's mentally abused by the general public. I don't buy that one bit.
Well, she said she runs off of spite. She is a person who literally works off of spite.
But it turns out she has a pimp.
Yeah.
So that's not true either.
I guess that's sort of true. Fuck.
I mean, I know that's harsh, but that is the way I view that.
Fuck. That makes me so fucking sad about this situation, and it makes it worse. Because, like, if you're in an abusive and controlling relationship, you normally don't see the signs until you're out of that relationship or you're towards the end of the relationship. And then trying to get out of those relationships is very hard, and it's very difficult because by the time you realize, oh shit, this is bad, there's so many things that they've done to keep you entrapped in that relationship. Like sometimes there's literally times where you have to throw caution to the wind. When I left Josh and like that whole controlling relationship, I know. I don't fucking care. It was a fucking controlling relationship, and if if he ever gets mad at me, he can eat my ass, eat my fucking ass.
Well, he'd probably like to. But
probably he probably doesn't. I don't know if he realizes it how much he was doing it, but like telling me to quit my job, constantly pressuring me to quit my job, and then like do this and try to do this. And like putting all this weird pressure on me to do certain things. And then when I start succeeding at other things, he would get mad at it. And then I would have to basically ask for permission to do something that I enjoyed.
Ugh. Yeah.
And it's so fucked. And you don't realize this is happening until it's too late. And I had to throw caution to the wind and be homeless for a while in order to get out of that situation. And the thing is, according to fucking goddamn Women Against Abuse website, it could take 7 attempts to get away from your abuser. And on top of that, anywhere from 50 to 75% of domestic violence homicides happen at the point of separation. 50 to 75%.
I believe that 100%. When I watched her stream, I was like, "Oh my! You think live streaming is going to save you? This is a crazy person."
That's
like,
what I was so worried about. And then, like, it just cut off abruptly. The door was opening behind her. It was terrifying.
Yeah.
Watching those videos was like the hardest fucking 20 minutes.
I couldn't believe, like, I mean, I know, like you said, you don't know. It's hard to be in that situation. It's impossible to be in that situation and be level-headed about it because you've been through so much.
Right.
So I couldn't, like, in my rational mind now, I imagine myself in that situation going, I run in the middle of the night. You know, like, you don't make a big show of it. Which I understand the, wanting proof and all that stuff. So
right.
Yeah.
But like,
it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, and like she's in that spot that's like. He took control of all of her accounts. He controls all of her social media. He controls all of her money. He controls the house, like everything. He is in full control of her. And he has like those mitts around her. And she realized it's too fucking late until she does something dramatic or drastic like this.
Anyone who, and this is, maybe I'm coming back around to your side of things, but Not that I'm on the other side.
That's fair. I understand playing devil's advocate. It's totally understandable, and like we don't know his story, but yes.
Crazy is somebody who would, like, if I think to myself, because I'm in love right now,
right,
with Dota 2. No. If I think like
that's your abusive relationship, understood.
It is abusive.
David has all your hats and your money.
If I think I can't imagine we can see the work that Amaranth has done. Right? It's out there.
Right.
His work, we have no idea. No idea if he has zero control or all of it. I mean, she admitted like he has access to her accounts and stuff like that. Sure. I don't know how much of this was his idea. It doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter. No.
You see the work that went into it. I can't imagine taking that from somebody that I love. You know what I mean? Like, that's just to say you didn't really do any of this. Like, that's what he was trying to say. Is like,
it was all me.
You didn't.
It was
I
all
did this
me.
shit. It's insanity.
Yeah, the fact that he thinks he made her and like built her up, he probably loved.
Even if it was all his idea, he's using the fucking shit out of it. He cannot do it without her.
Absolutely, he's he found the goose that lays the golden egg, and he does not want her to leave.
Yeah, it's not a flattering metaphor, but it is pimping. It is
literally pimping.
Has happened.
It's so funny because when this first came out that she had a husband back a long time ago, and I was like, oh, I mean, like, he's probably got to be pretty cool or really open-minded, and like maybe does his like own thing on the side, and like he's busy and he respects her hustle and stuff, and they'll have a good retirement later on. But also part of me was worried. At the same time, I'm like, I betcha he's just using her. And that was like in my head.
That is another thing that makes me question how we treat these things visibly. Especially given the hot tub meta and all that stuff. And I think, man, I wonder if people sort of take back the sentiment they have as like, go get it, girl.
Yeah.
Which, not to say you shouldn't do sexual stuff, but on Twitch specifically, it just felt gross. It feels gross. The hot tub shit, it feels gross.
Yeah.
I don't know if you agree. I know you're much more pro sex work than I am.
It doesn't affect me at the end of the day because it's not the kind of content that I watch, and it's not the kind of content that I want to do.
Well, that's because you're not really bi, and that's fine.
I'm just straight gay.
No, but it makes me like, I bet more of this happens. Like, how many people have tried this and been manipulative and tried and didn't succeed to Amaranth's level, you know? But it still goes on. I bet it's.
Oh, I bet it
more
still
than
goes on.
We think.
I bet it definitely goes on in the background. I mean,
I bet even some people are gonna have this idea from this story coming out, and they're gonna try it with someone.
Thinking about that makes me want to throw up.
Yeah, it's not great.
No,
sorry.
No, that genuinely makes me throw up. I bet you it does happen a lot more than we think it does. Like a guy pressuring his girlfriend to do like OnlyFans, or like being like, "Oh, you're hot now. You better use your body. You better show off your body."
Yeah, before it goes away.
Well, that's the thing is like she used to talk about that. Like she's talked about that a lot, and she's like, "I know I'm on a timer," and I bet you he put that in her head. That she's on a timer, that she's only going to be hot for so long.
Well, doesn't that just society kind of does that?
Society also does it's possible. Too. But yeah, definitely. And I bet you, God, it makes me just so mad. So mad. I sobbed over this, and I got so mad about this on my stream on Sunday. Because I had a lot of people like come into my chat about it and talk about it, and they're like, "Well, why didn't she see this?" And I'm like, "Because you fucking don't let me see it." And I was like,
I mean, that's kind of like people in addiction, right? They'll be like, "Well, just stop, or just don't fucking
just don't be depressed, forehead." You know,
that's fucking what a fucking junior high take. All right, thank you.
I was like, "Thank you, fuck you." Yeah, I don't unless you've ever been in a situation like I never thought I would be in a controlling relationship. And it can happen to anybody, and like not just women, but like also men too.
It might be happening to me right now.
I don't think she could do that to you. Fabian's a fucking saint. How dare you?
I'm just kidding.
I know. Hey, Fabian, call me.
Shut the hell up. You're not even really bi.
Yeah, I'm full gay. I'm gonna marry your girlfriend. Anyway, if you know, I guess if you know somebody who's been in a fucking relationship like this, you know, just fucking, I guess be nice. I don't fucking know. Also, just show sympathy. I don't fucking know.
Don't assume that you know what it would be like.
Yeah.
That's the first
Thank
problem
you.
I think most people face.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't like be like immediately start being like questioning their antics.
This is what I would do. It's like you have
Shut the
no
fuck
idea
up.
how something like that happens or how you would be in the situation.
I remember when I was 15, I said I would never I would leave if I was ever in a relationship like that. And I was like, oh fuck,
Yeah,
it took
of
me
course.
years.
Because yeah. And I think it's still a healthy mentality to have. Like, yeah, I would. But
You don't realize it until it's too
like,
late.
yeah. But now you can.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I'm still fucked. Oh well. Anyway, share this podcast with your friends,
Yeah,
please.
even this one.
Even though this one's a bit of a downer, I'll try to have some happy news next week.
Get your parents caught up on the Amaranth news, you know?
Yeah,
And,
I will do that. And then, I love you. Don't forget to follow us on Twitch and Twitter, Evil Space Bunny, and the real Portz. And maybe Portz will actually start streaming. I have the hiccups. I'm sorry.
I haven't committed to that. Don't fucking manipulate me into doing content.
Fucking do it. Make content.
You're not my pimp.
Yeah, I'm gonna pimp you out, beach. Anyway.
Thanks everybody for listening.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye.